One of our favorite days as laundromat owners is the day our stores open. This store is just days away from opening, and I love it. I have a 120 flanked by 60s and then 90s, kind of a signature island in the front of the store. And as you walk past, you'll notice an innovation that helps my store be better, and that is that the bulkhead is short. Now, Miss Juanita can just see right across the store. She doesn't have this big cabinet. A traditional bulkhead would have a cabinet go all the way out and down to meet the size of the unit, and then our sight lines are obstructed. They have this big bulkhead in the way. And often when I visit with people, one of their concerns is that they don't want the hoses to be in the way. And so the large cabinet that would meet the size of the machine would cover the hoses. And I kind of agree with you. These hoses don't look awesome, I think, but I got used to it. My first store that I put in big machines, I put 90s where there were top loaders. So I got used to 2 foot of washer poking out the back. I like it. I don't mind it a bit, but I sure think that there could be an innovation or an improvement upon this kind of hose system. And here it is right here. We found these high flow brass adapters. Look at the hole size in that. Really high flow, absolutely zero restriction. And they come standard now with Freedom bulkheads. So now your hoses point straight down. They're really attractive. The hoses are not in a bind. Over here, a little bit of a bind sometimes. In this case, none. I had these hoses with the normal setup, and actually they kind of went left and right. So I actually trimmed the covers to fit the old style hoses before I put these on. This store's been a couple months waiting on some silly permit issues, but here we are, almost done. And now I have this really attractive, neat hose system on my Freedom bulkheads. So I kind of agree. This was a little bit ungangly, the one on the end, but these new ones, oh, they look fantastic. Now my hoses are in great shape. They're not in a bind. They all look great. And when my guests come around my island, right, they're gonna walk around the front, see the big machines if they need to go past them. Normally, again, with a tall bulkhead that meets, you have this all would be obstructed. All this sight line would be obstructed. And now you can see it all. The industrial look is really cool anyway. You see the back of the washers. The other reason that people made the bulkheads tall is because you had to crawl inside of them on your hands and knees to get to the back of your machines, because there was cross members, all the electric and plumbing were on the top. No more. On these, my bulkheads have no cross members, and you can just walk right in. See, there's no hoses in the way. All the hoses and electrical are on the side. In this case, I have the tops Velcroed on so that they're stay there until I want to take them off. But I can just open this back door. I use a lint key from your style dryer, so I use Dexter, so it's a Dexter lint door key, and it fits perfectly right here. I'm actually gonna wrap these with a signage. So they're gonna have Laundry World signage on this, and it's gonna be super great. And I don't have to put my hoses in a bind. I don't have to have hoses that look a little bit messy. And my guests can see all the way across their bulkhead. Freedom bulkheads, because Freedom is better. Never crawl on your hands and knees inside your bulkhead again. Stand on your own 2 feet, walk on the walking platform, serve your guests, have a better store, and you don't have to look at hoses in a bind, all neatly tucked around. Innovate. Freedom bulkheads. Freedom is better. Order yours today, like all the cool people. God bless America.